I've got my little book here that I was sketching on last night, and I'm going through it and just making every snowflake. I think I've done those 3 so far. I haven't done any of these. And I haven't done any of those. I did most of these designs as well. I think I did all of these. So now I'm on this page, and I think I want to try this one. Can you see that? Sorry, the light is a little wacky here. This one, to me, is the closest to the actual snowflake photography I'm seeing. Most snowflakes are essentially like a hexagon, a 6-sided. They call it a hexagon, but what I really see is that there's 12 sides. Whatever 12 would be. Where is that? I drew something I thought would be helpful. Oh, here it is. This is one of the things I've noticed, is that once you've folded your paper for cutting, which eventually looks like that size, that would fit like that. So what you'll find is that when you fold it all up, or unfold it, you'll see that all the blue will be the same, and all the red folds will be the same. So there's a symmetry. There's like a 6-fold symmetry for the red and a 6-fold symmetry for the blue. Here we go. So it really doesn't matter. Get that out of the way. So it really doesn't matter how you fold this. In terms of, like, some people are folding them over like this and like this and like this, and you're still going to get all the red ones matching up for that fold and all the blue ones matching up for that fold. You could approach it like an accordion, and for the final fold, and fold it like that, and you're still going to have all the blue edges meeting up every second, and then all the red ones. So when you're considering your design, you're thinking, what you're thinking is, like when you do this, you're thinking, like if you ignore these other ones over here, if you look at this, this part over here is going to repeat 6 times, and this part here is going to repeat 6 times. And same with all of these other ones. This shape here is going to repeat 6 times, and then this shape is going to repeat 6 times. So you've kind of got 6, you've got 2 tries at that symmetry, 2 sides with symmetry, and then you've got all this empty space up here. That's the part, and that will be mirrored, but the same on each one. Everything in the middle is going to repeat 12 times in a mirror image. I'm getting too complicated here, but I do find it interesting what's going on with that. So I'm going to try this one, is what I'm getting around to. And now let's get to folding using the 8.5 by 11. Because I'm in Canada, even though we use metric here, we still use the same letter form as the US, 8.5 by 11. It's very close in size to the A4 in Europe. I'm assuming the A4 in Europe is used for photocopy paper. I'm pretty sure. I just cut off that excess piece, so now we have a square. And all you need is a square to start with. If you have square paper, it's even better. So you want to have the long edge towards you, and like if you just go like this and squish it down, you might get like a couple of unwanted folds. You really want to have this fold here come exactly in the middle, and if you're feeling like you want to be very particular, you could stick something in here that's very narrow to kind of force it into the most pointed fold there as possible. Tips and tricks. So this fold is going to help guide the next fold. Sometimes I turn it over just to teach the paper that it can fold both ways. Very flexible, ambidextrous kind of thing. Now what you want to do is create 3 equal angles. You're doing 2 folds where you're getting 3 of the same pie shapes. Think about pie, as I often do, and then you'll all be good. Sometimes I hit this bang on, and then other times I'm way off. Way off. Pretty close to that one. What I'm trying to do here, as I've said before, is I'm trying to align these edges as closely as possible. So this folded edge meets this folded edge, and this folded edge meets that folded edge. And you could turn this around as many ways as you want. It doesn't matter, because eventually you're just going to have a a folded over folded shape that's in the shape of a cone. Sometimes I unfold it so I can fold these better, right? So I can get this one folded nice, and then this one folded nice, and that one folded really tight. This one folded really nice. That one folded really nice. That's really nice, and that's really nice. It's all very nice. Somewhere in all of these folds, you're going to find this fold here, like that. Because this is the shortest one, you want to bring them all down to this level. Bring them all down to your level. That's what I say. Take the low road. You know what I mean? Let's take that low road and then fold it over that way, and you're going to get. Just keep cutting off these triangles up top until it's all the same height. Am I right? Am I right? I'll be right. So this one, we are trying to do the most natural looking snowflake, which can be quite kind of wobbly in the shapes, which is great. In a way, it's better if you kind of got some shaky cutting going on. And what I'm doing is essentially creating these two will be stems of this snowflake. It's very almost like tree-like, like twig-like, some of the snowflakes. I'm talking about like the snowflake photography. If you check that out online, it's just gorgeous stuff. And to kind of replicate that is really cool. And you'll often see kind of like jaggedy stems like this. There's a name for this. There's like two main types of snowflakes. One is more filled out and just like a hexagon. And then there's these other ones that sort of have these appendage twig shapes. Okay, that's pretty good, I would say. Maybe I'll do another one down here. Cool. There's some scissors I've been trying to track down. You can buy these jagged scissors. I have... Maybe I'll do one of my flakes with this. This is like a scissor, edge cutting scissors. This is like a stamp. I used to have maybe 10 pair of these scissors. And they cut these great shapes. And one of the shapes you can get is kind of like this deckled edge, which means it's trying to recreate paper that's been handmade paper. It has this sort of deckled edge around it because it doesn't go through a machine this way. It's laid on a flat bed, and the edges of the paper kind of spread out nicely, and you get this nice wavy edge. And it's not an exactly repeated design, so the deckled would be all kind of wobbly and curvy and stuff. And there is a Fiskars makes a pair of that, but I don't know if they make it anymore, or if they're sold out or something. But I would like to have those, because I tend to downsize every once in a while, and then I won't regret like 9 things that I got rid of, but I do miss those scissors now. Now I have a real use for them. I was just about to cut this with this, but I think it actually would be kind of... I'm going to do a snowflake with this at some point, now that I've pulled these out, but not this one. Not this one. So I would say just kind of like do like little jaggedy cuts here. And that's kind of fun. You give yourself like the liberty to kind of do crazy jaggedy cuts. Raggedy jaggedy. Raggedy jaggedy. My hand is actually tired. I've been doing so much cutting today. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm probably getting really strong grip. Apparently it's important to have a good strong grip as you get older. So as I get older, I'll be glad to have this that I worked out. making snowflakes is good for your health, I think, in many ways. I find it soothing just to listen to the cutting of the paper. It's kind of a quiet to it. I'm just going to cut this excess off because it's kind of getting in the way. See? Oh. That really is getting in the way. Well, there you go. See, that's going to make it easier. Yeah, for the other snowflakes I was making, if I cut it like this, I would have been thinking, oh, this is terrible. It's all messy. But now we're actually trying to make it look this way, so, you know, we meant to do this, right? This is on purpose. You'll see, like, I'm always holding as close as I can to the part that's being cut, so otherwise the paper can move around quite a bit, and then you won't have that. You'll lose that sort of shape and symmetry that you've been so coveting. Almost there, huh? Got a little bit left up here. Be very careful with your scissors, because at this point you're getting pretty tight in there. Best if you can be cutting away from your hand. You know, and I'd recommend starting off with simpler designs until you get really comfortable with your scissors. Look at all that. It looks like it's taking me about 17 to 20 minutes to make each of these flakes. Probably could make them faster if I wasn't talking. I didn't put anything in the center here. Usually I cut out a little bit of the center. Kind of curious what it'll look like without that. Be careful when you're cleaning this one up. If after I unfold it, I feel like it's missing something in the middle, I will maybe go back and cut that out. Let's just see how this is going to look. It's like a tree. Neat. So neat. Where are we now? Oh, there we go. Ah, here we go. Let me turn it over that way. It's like a sunrise of leaves. Big circle in the middle. Move it out a bit to get the final reveal. Oh yeah. Okay, do you think I need more design in the middle, or are you happy with having a full shape in there? It's very few designs that I actually have a solid center, but I think I like it like this. It does feel like when the center is full, it's more like a sun bursting out. It's at first I was struggling with creating designs, and then at some point because I would fold the paper and then I would try to do a design, and there was too much pressure that way to like get something. So what I did is I took the pie shape that you end up with, and I just used that as a template, and I just marked the outer edges and just began like sketching ideas. And I think that's the way to go if you want to make a bunch of snowflakes, if you want to kind of pre-think your snowflakes. That's totally a great way to go. I've made all of these three, I think. I don't think I made that one. That's a neat design. I'll maybe do that next. I haven't made any of these. Probably made about 10 or 15 snowflakes so far. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, if you're enjoying this, check out some other videos I probably have by now. And leave a comment if you like. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Snowflakes are very forgiving because of all that symmetry that's going on around. A lot of symmetry. It's the Andy Warhol effect, I think. Repetition. There's beauty in repetition, but varied repetition.